remarks. She's from the board of the AU Advisory on Anti-Corruption.
Your Excellency, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Shrem Sai, also recognizing the Honorable Dr. Dominic Akuriting Ayine. Please do forgive me, I'm trying to pronounce the names and I'm hoping I'm doing a good job of it. The Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana, Mr. Kisi Ajebeng, the Special Prosecutor of Ghana, Dr. Joseph Whittle, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, Honorable Nana Oye Bampoe Ado, Deputy Chief of Staff Administration, Professor Francis Dodo, Special Advisor to the President on the National Anti-Corruption Program, Honorable Kwame Idem Senanu, AUABC Board Member, Honorable Nadia Anuz, an AUABC Board Member, Mrs. Mary Awelana Ada, the Executive Director of Ghana Integrity Initiative, Dr. Jonathan Gadwo, Chairperson of the Coordination Committee of the Review Commission, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished representatives of other government institutions present, and representatives of civil society. Allow me to say all protocols observed. Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Agyeman, it is my honor and privilege to deliver these remarks on behalf of the African Union Advisory Board Against Corruption, and also standing in for our chairperson, Honorable Diakate, who unfortunately had to travel back home to Senegal this morning, but has designated me to ably deliver these remarks on our behalf. So it is our honor and privilege as the African Union Advisory Board Against Corruption at this high-level to be in this high-level conference focused on Ghana's anti-corruption architecture. Allow me to begin by commending the government and people of Ghana for taking bold steps in strengthening national accountability frameworks and for hosting this timely dialogue under the powerful theme, Revitalizing the Anti-Corruption Architecture in Africa, Ghana's Accountability Journey. We are gathered here today not only to reflect on Ghana's journey on anti-corruption, but also to affirm a shared continental vision, one rooted in the values enshrined in the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption. This convention, adopted in 2003, remains the continent's most comprehensive legal instrument to prevent, detect, punish, and eradicate corruption in different public and private sectors. I would like to commend the government of Ghana for opening its doors to transparent and constructive dialogue through this event, and more significantly, for its commitment to the State Party Review Mission conducted under the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption. As the AU-ABC, we view this conference as part of the broader continental momentum to reinvigorate anti-corruption strategies in line with the convention to which Ghana ratified in 2007 and has committed to domesticate and implement. As you will know, Your Excellency, the AU-ABC has been in Ghana since Monday, the 2nd of June, to engage directly with key stakeholders such as the government agencies, civil society, and oversight institutions to assess Ghana's progress in implementing the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption. The objective of the mission was clear, or this mission is clear, to engage with national stakeholders, assess the implementation of the Convention's provisions, identify best practices, and strengthen collaboration between the AUABC and national institutions. Ghana's willingness to undergo this technical, non-intrusive, and impartial process demonstrates commendable leadership in Africa's fight against corruption. The review process, I must emphasize, does not rank or hear the collective voices of all key players and stakeholders in the anti-corruption landscape in Ghana. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the AUABC, I wish to reaffirm our commitment to supporting Ghana and all African Union member states in implementing the Convention and advancing the collective goal of a corruption-free Africa. Let us leave here today not only inspired, but resolute to turn our shared values into action and our commitments into change. Finally, let me thank the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Mahama, for according us the opportunity to meet with him and assuring the AUABC delegation of his commitment to fight against corruption. I would like to thank Professor Francis Dodo and his team and the entire coordinating committee for supporting the mission and organizing this conference. I thank you very much for your attention and wish us all a fruitful and action-oriented conference. Thank you.
Yvonne Chibia, she's the AUABC Board Chair. Another round of applause, please. We also have here other members of the board of the AUABC. Honorable Nadia Anouz, if you're here, give us a wave. She's a member of the board for Morocco. We also have Honorable Edem Senanu, member of the board from Ghana. Oh, right there. Martha Muntali, Senior Policy Advisor. Stefan Indimbaye, Protocol. Thank you. As we continue to...
Corruption agencies in Ghana, but government as well. I want to believe that for the past 4 days, you have succeeded in tracking progress and identifying the challenges in implementation of the African Union Convention for the Prevention and Combating of Corruption in Ghana, and that you are in a better position to offer recommendations when you return home. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, in December every year, the Commission and its partners, consisting of key accountability institutions, civil society, and private sector organizations, usually organize the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan Week. This week is often climaxed on the 9th of December with a high-level conference on corruption. As many of you are aware, 9th December is the International Anti-Corruption Day, set aside by the United Nations to celebrate our efforts in fighting corruption. This national high-level conference on corruption is normally graced by His Excellency, the President, and other high-ranking government officials, where the State of Corruption report on Ghana is released. That report often assesses our anti-corruption architecture and the strides and challenges that we have experienced in fighting corruption against our historical anti-corruption journey. We intend this year to do the same come December 9th, 2025. Because of this, my opening remarks will be short. Our views on the anti-corruption journey, which necessarily will touch on this theme, would be elaborated on December 9th, 2025. Suffice it to say, however, that as head of the focal institution for the implementation of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAD, and the AUCPCC, it is difficult to resist the temptation to make some few remarks on the anti-corruption landscape in Ghana. Excellencies, distinguished participants, as many of you are aware, Ghana has had a checkered history in fighting corruption. From independence, we have engaged in moral crusades taken draconian measures, set up commissions of inquiries, set up tribunals, engaged in summary trials of persons, and confiscated assets of suspects only to return some of those assets on the coming into being of the Fourth Republican Constitutional Democracy. We have established anti-corruption bodies at the highest level of government. We have engaged in zero tolerance for policies against corruption. In the process, we have had to trample on the fundamental human rights and freedoms of some of our citizens, which necessitated the establishment of the National Reconciliation Committee to take care of the excesses that occurred. I believe that when you make an excursion into the anti-corruption history of sister African countries, you will find examples of the strategies that we in Ghana have adopted in the past. Your Excellencies, in 1992, when the framers of the Constitution created the Commission on Human Rights and gave it tripartite functions of investigating violations of fundamental rights and freedoms, maladministration, and corruption, it was in recognition of the intricate relationship between human rights and corruption, and in recognition also of the fact that our fight against corruption must take into cognizance individual liberties and freedoms, especially in view of some of the excesses that we witnessed under military rule. At the same time, we need to recognize the importance of an independent, impartial, and candid judiciary in our anti-corruption discourse. But sometimes the observance of personal liberties come at a price because criminals abuse the system to their personal advantage. Your Excellencies, following the ratification by Ghana of the international instruments such as the ECOWAS Protocol on the fight against corruption in 2003 and the United Nations Convention Against Corruption (UNCAC) in 2005, as well as the African Union Convention on the Prevention and Combating of Corruption in 2007, Ghana adopted in 2014 its first anti-corruption strategy, popularly dubbed the National